This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Cleveland Browns. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready, 50, plant. There. 5.
On 1st and 10, man. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Back to throw. Man. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
70, Indy.
Off-play action. Man. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Ready up.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
They'll run with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. Terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. Maybe I go out there and try and stop them, but boy, what a tough spot they're in.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
6-man. Check curls.
He'll have a first down past the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A run with Chubb on first down, not going to be a good one. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. 54. You're out. Ready.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking to throw. Man. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Topper!
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Hey, we got 4.
Bravo!
Mike 50.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Man, and the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Hey, exit.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Exit.
Hey.
58, boy. 58 to Mike. Don't get nervous. 58.
They're going to try and throw. He finds Beckham complete. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he's caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. Hey, echo.
58, boy. 58.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 3rd and 2, man. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. Throwing on first down. Man.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Come. Let's go.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On first down, man forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Right there.
Now Chubb running right. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. Man. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 17 yards and a giant first down.
Hey, stand off.
Off the play fake, Jones. And he finds a man on a crossing route. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll run it on the toss. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas now to add the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Man. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
The end result, 21 yards. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal at the 4-yard
line. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
Hey, Steve 6.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. I'm here all day.
Five.
58, boy, 58.
But I hit it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Pilot, 64, reach. Rock it.
Watch it. Hey, alert 3.
Shoot.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Jones throwing again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Jones now. A final shot before break. unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This one taken from the 7. And he's got some space here. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Giants. A 93-yard kickoff return. And the Giants are able to... add on to their lead. Now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jones. Off the play fake. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Got it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with third and just a couple.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Yeah, interesting. Back in their own territory now. We'll see what transpires. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up first and goal. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Go.
58 for Mike. 58. 58 for Mike.
A toss play to Chubb. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there.
Switch gears.
80 weapon. Go.
They'll give it to Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Ready?
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
It's third and goal.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Get it.
Third and goal, they're going with Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 20 on the year as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This will be taken short. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Here we go. Watch twins. Switch it, kid. Switch it.
Look at me. Go. Get ready.
Now Jones, off play action. He's going to loft one. And got his man, complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A big play there. 94 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
30 base. Hey, Delta.
Hey. He's checking. Crash.
Deep dribble.
Off play action. Man. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Come on,
Hey, wahoo!
Mike 50. Watch the screen.
Five.
They'll try and throw for it here. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun. Man. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Throwing on 2nd down. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Ready?
Mike 51.
Now they'll run it on the Toms. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
Get it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones, he'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Topper!
On fourth down, man. They'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way up to the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. On first and 10, man. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 41. Back to throw. Man. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. A run for Nick Chubb.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Here we go, D. Here we go.
On fourth down, man. He finds his target, Beckham. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Looking to throw. Man. It's caught. Beckham.
You don't want no problem.
Complete to
You don't want no problem with me.
Out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Watch the run.
Second and 6. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 14. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
At the 12-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Everyone snap.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Let's go.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want?"
This is caught inside the 15. And this will get them all the way inside the Giants' 10. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they